society within a period of 5 years. So after 5 years, you are free to go.
It was reported that as of 2022, Nigeria had about 24,000 doctors. Now, currently, they have less than 10,000 doctors in the country. Now, consequently, as we've heard from the beginning of the video, one of the House of Reps members, Ganiyu Johnson, wants a bill to be passed to stop Nigerian medical doctors from traveling abroad to seek greener pastures. You guys, this is ridiculous. Anyways, welcome back today. My name is Lizzie here as always. In case you're new, please subscribe. If you're an OG, you are welcome back. You guys, I don't know what to say. Like, why do they want to pass this bill? As in, they're trying to cage the Nigerian doctors to stay in the country, like tie them down for 5 years. 5 years, you guys, after after the housemanship or their internship. Now, they say they have to stay in the country for about 5 years before they can issue them with the full license. That is a way of giving back to the country after, federal government subsidizing their tuition fees, that they should stay back in the country for 5 years to give back to the country. And I'm like, why? Why would they do that? First and foremost, there are some other courses that I know that have been studied in the universities that pay less of an amount than the doctors. Will you tell me that those people will also be tied down in the country as well? That's number one thing. Now, number two, let's look at when prior to this time, upon graduation, now to go for housemanship, they will still have to, look for way to do housemanship training. But okay, let's just say currently they are now posting the doctors to different hospitals. But that's by the way. Now let's look at when, like, the residency training itself. It's not just about graduating from the university. How do you now get job? Jobs are scarce. After graduating from the university, you still have to go and look for jobs in hospitals, and it will take you time. Some persons, it will take them for like 2 years before they can even get residency in hospitals. That's another thing. Now let's look at the remuneration of the doctors. When you talk about the salary of the doctors, let me tell you, in Nigeria, a typical doctor is just 1 month away from being broke. Assuming they don't pay a doctor for 1 month, believe you me, that doctor is about to be broke, unless he has some other thing he's doing. Either he's doing a business or he's involved in maybe private practice or doing some other jobs. Okay, but if it's just to work in a hospital, to depend on your salary to feed yourself, or to talk more of your family and extended family, my gosh, let me tell you, it's very, very difficult. How much do they pay doctors compared to other countries? They have to look into the amount they pay the doctors first before talking about tying them down for a period of 5 years in the country. Now, let's look away from the remunerations. Let's talk about the hospitals themselves. The healthcare system in this country is practically a joke, because the basic things that the hospitals are supposed to have, look, just ordinary ECG machine, defibrillator, just all those simple things that once an emergency case comes, they won't be able to save the patient. So now tell me, why would a doctor study for that period of years to come and waste his time? In fact, they will be looking at the doctor as if he doesn't know what he's doing. Whereas the equipment, the facility that are supposed to be in place, the structure, is not there in the hospitals to begin with. So how do you expect them to save the patients? I don't know. Let me also buttress on the point that it's not only about saving the patients themselves. Also, how do the doctors get the basic training in residency? How would they know, okay, this particular thing, it's not about reading them in books. You need to do practical. How do you now say, okay, this equipment here, this is how it's being used? They can only but read them in books and watch them in movies. They don't lay hands on them like physically there in the hospitals because they are not available. Now, all this being said, there are so much more Okay, now I don't have a problem with them giving back to the society. Okay, my problem is, first, if they have to put this in place, it has to be in it has to be balanced. Okay, first, all these people that usually go out of the country, most especially our politicians that go out, if they just have ordinary headache, they'll rush outside the country to do what? To go and get treatments. Why don't they get it in Nigeria, here in the country? Because they know that those facilities are not available here in the country because they didn't put it in place. So they have to first of all restrict every other person from going outside the country to receive treatment. Then again, no politician or no other person should train his child or her child outside the country. Okay, they should stay here in the country. Let all of us stay here in the country and receive the education. If they feel that, even let's talk about as you strike, gosh, if you experience acid strike, you will know that this thing that they are talking is really, let me not just mention the word. In summary, let me not make this video lengthy. They should put a restriction on people, most especially the government leaders, going outside of the country to get treatment. That's number one. Then number two, they have to look into the healthcare system and put a solid structure. They should build a state-of-the-art healthcare facility in the country and make it functional. Then again, they should look at the salary of and remuneration of the doctors and make it competitive with the other parts of the world, UK, because how much do they pay an average doctor? Say a registrar in this country, a medical officer in this country, how much do you think they pay them? Compared to, the prices of things have escalated in the market and there is no way they can get extra money. That money is not even enough for them to take care of themselves. Like I said, talk more of taking care of other things. Anyways, let me not just go further. I think this bill has already passed for second reading, right? You guys, they should look into this matter very well before they think about tying doctors down in this country. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in today. Before you go, please drop your opinions down there in the comment section. I really love to hear from you. Okay, and then subscribe to my channel. Please like and share this video, please. And yes, I'll see you in my next video. Until then, keep staying safe and do have yourself a wonderful week ahead. Okay, bye guys.
Immediately after housemanship, we noticed that most doctors, because of greener pastures, there is a capital flight from Nigeria abroad to UK, America, and all that. Now, government has invested so much money in training these medical doctors. So, what should we do? Should we fold our hands?